Hi everybody, it's Saturday and we're going to Scandinavian Raceway to watch the Porsche Sport Club Series and the Ginetta G40 Series. So I decided to grab my phone, some appropriate gear and go visit the racetrack. Unplug the car and yes, I know it's an electric car, but the later part of this video will compensate for that, I can promise you. Usually when I'm at the racetrack I work for someone and does some mechanic stuff or light engineering, but this time I really wanted to go and support and cheer for my friends. Going to Scandinavian Raceway is about an hour drive east of where I live. The Scandinavian Raceway is Sweden's only F1 track, although it's over 50 years ago since the last F1 race was held here. The lap record was held by Niki Lauda until not so many years ago. When you approach the track, you see this John Player Special Lotus that was driven by Ronnie Peterson in 1973. And it's a tribute that marks how much it meant to Anderstorp and Scandinavian Raceway that we had a Swedish guy racing in F1 at the time. Parking outside the track, I spotted this nice CBR Chimera. It's a rare sight these days, especially in Sweden. As I walked through the gates, I was greeted with this lot of Porsches. This is a Porsche Carrera Cup event, and I think if you have a Porsche, you have free parking inside, or something like that. It must have been hundreds of 911s that I walked past going in through the paddock. Just before we got into the paddock, I noted this awesome Ultima GTR, and I think this one has the 1.5 JC in it, because I think this was also the one that was on the Custom Motor Show in Jönköping earlier this Easter. The first car we see close up is the Carrera Cup cars getting ready for warm-up, and then we'll make our way down the paddock. I like the paddock atmosphere. It's a lot of people doing all they can to make cars go fast. It's all the cool noises. It's a lot of cool feeling, you know. We pass the Cayman GT4 Cup cars and we make our way down to the Porsche Sport Cup cars and my buddy Daniel Reinhardt. Daniel races his 997 Cup here for the first time, and after a short test at the Ginetta Raceway a couple of weeks ago. Daniel drives a 997 Cup car, and the car itself has been fitted with a paddle shift system instead of the gear lever system that it has from factory. The paddle shift system helps it to be easier to drive and also has less impact on wear and tear on the gearbox. In the Ginetta G40 Championship, we have my buddy Peter. Peter actually won the whole championship in 2023, and this year with the added Red Bull athletes joining from the UK series, he was more than keen to see how hard the competition is this year. The G40 is a spec series, two-frame cars and a Ford 4-cylinder engine with Quife sequential gearbox. Everyone has the same components and it's up to the driver and the crew to make the most of it. He starts 5th and has a good run on the top cars after a long back straight. But unfortunately Pete had it coming together on the second corner, ends up outside the track, losing all the places and running last. But Peter fights his way back and all the way up to 10th out of 22 cars. Next up is Daniel's first race. He starts 8th and lines up behind the blue and white 997 RSR as we just saw leaving the paddock. Daniel is away good and I'm a good slipstream on the car ahead. When braking, Daniel has the mother of all lockups and just managed to evade the car in front of him. With two really big flat spots on the front tires, it's only a matter of getting the car to the finish line. Later, Daniel said he has so much vibration in the car that he just had a hard time grabbing on to the steering wheel. Although Daniel have adjusted the brake bias more rearward in the car, he struggled to get the car to stop. Removing the wheels, looking over the brakes, they find that the guy Daniel bought the car from had fitted ceramic pads in the rear on steel discs. This is a bad combo. It doesn't really work that good. Although Daniel has tested a couple of weeks ago, the track he drove on at the time is not that hard on brakes, and to be fair, it was the first time he drove the car on track. After Peter's off in the first race, he and Karl-Johan make some small repairs, and then it's time to line up for the second race of the day. Starting third, he stays close to the leader all the way down the back straight, and this time he makes no mistake.
Kevin Blomberg, Scott Lindblom, Peter Wiborg, Erik Pettersson håller på att skydda i första.
The three of them pulling away from the other, but a safety car session after some cars have been off makes it a 3-lap sprint race to the end.
Lucka här nu, man kan bibehålla den, som sagt, säkert väldigt revanschsugen efter det som hände i det första heatet.
Peter finished third, just behind Kevin Blomberg and Scott Lindblom.
We have practiced quite a lot with it now. Yeah. It's not been a complete waste of time because you have to get the top one of the Karen
Then it's time for Daniel's last race. The car is now fitted with the right set of pads. He starts 8th and determined to make the race better than the first one. Daniel finished 10th, and he's so close to snatch the 9th place, but just couldn't do it before he ran out of laps. But a well-deserved 3rd place in class. But now it's time to pack it all up in trailers and head on home. And the Porsche parking is almost empty now when we go home. So Saturday was for race cars, then Sunday this time is for sports bike. I got a new tire fitted and it's time to put the rear wheel back on the bike again. And if you're gonna ask if it's in my living room, the answer is yes. You know the saying, if you are cold, then they are cold, so you should bring them inside. Well, it was cold. The bike is a 2007 CBR1000. It's a genuine Repsol edition. It has some custom tail tidy and LED indicators, and I've removed the passenger footprints for a cleaner look. As for upgrades, it got a full header, a Yoshimura slip-on, and a K&N filters. And I have fitted a Power Commander 5 with quick shifter as well. It should be about 180 something horsepower. I haven't really got it dynoed, but it's more than enough to make you smile. We swapped in the battery, because the one I had was the original one from 2007, and after almost 18 years, the battery didn't really have the power to start it. But now I got a similar Varta from our local battery store, and it's time to put it in. Let's start and see what it sounds like. And yeah, I waited longer than the 47 degrees before I revved it. A quick test drive to fill the front tire to correct pressure and see if it all works, and it's all good. Now we put it back inside while we wait for warmer weather. A quick spray down on the chain and then put the leather next to it on the wall. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.